Welcome to Let's Play Gran Turismo 3, episode 38. Alright. It is now time for us to officially enter the Wayback Machine once again, because we are now returning to the 80s. And we're officially... the car I'm going to use as well, I don't know, but... let's have a look and see what cars I already have driven. Okay, so... already used the the FC, and I'm pretty certain I've also driven the normal Turismo as well, so... know what, I'm gonna use the carbon hooded Turismo for this next event. So it's time for us to switch over to the Sprinter Turismo GT Apex A86 Shuichi Shijin version. And where I would imagine this thing probably already has some tuning on it, so not going to do too much to this thing, except put on a racing chip with... with a turbo kit, and I'll also put on... I'll put on stage 1 of weight reduction, and we'll just see how we go. Considering I don't think I need to do anything else up to this point. So we've got 3 races here going to Tokyo Route 246, Special Stage Route 5, and Trial Mountain Reverse. 8 grand if we can win each of these races, and obviously these are the cars eligible for entering this event, and obviously reason why I chose this, well, simply because it's the only 80s sports car I have not used yet. Okay, we do need some more tuning, so let's head back over to the tuning shop and get ourselves some more upgrades. So, gonna put on a stage 2 turbo this time, and I'm also going to put on the sports tyres so that I have more grip, and also, just so I'm not... oh, okay, I already have the semi-racing suspension, so don't think that's anything to worry about, and yeah, I think that's all I need. Here we go for attempt number 2 of Race 1 in the 80s Sports Car Cup. Tried to see, of course, if I can officially win again in arguably the best decade in music. Hopeful that this time I do have enough power to compensate for the competitiveness of the leaders. But I'm hopeful that this time I will manage to be a challenger for the race win. Already around the outside of the GTS, as which obviously the Skyline GTS is the 2-wheel drive version, and where already I am now definitely proving to be a lot faster on this attempt than I was on the previous attempt. Slotting down the inside of the other Turismo, and officially I've now already muscled my way up into third position. So this car is now a lot more powerful with the Stage 2 turbo than it was with the Stage 1. And hopefully I will manage to win this time. Considering obviously I do also have the sport tyres on, so I can actually get through the corners without sliding. Because apparently there might be grip, of course, with the stronger tyres definitely proving to be OP, in my honest opinion. And as of which, I am now already within a second of the leader, where hopefully I can manage to muscle my way up into the third position. Sorry, the first position. Also furthermore, I should probably mention, this car has a long fourth gear. Because most of the gears in this car are long compared to, except for fifth gear, which is rather short. But officially, because this version of the 86 has pretty much a touring car engine, essentially this thing maxes out at 11,000 RPM. Fortunately for me at least, however, I am still very much in the hunt. Because I can actually keep up with the other Turismo, and hopefully if it's possible I can also manage to pull off a move for the win, maybe. Off the exit of the hairpin, and it looks like he still has me in a straight line. Probably because he has the racing exhaust on and I'm using the semi-racing exhaust. But anyways, starting both the third and final lap here in Tokyo, where I'm now only 3/10 behind. I'm trying to see if I can go for a manoeuvre on the inside. It is not going to work here this time, but I'm pretty confident that this time I have a stronger shot of possibly winning this race. I've now spotted down the inside, and I'm now up into the lead. And we're officially, my car actually has the capabilities of turning this time. Meanwhile, the other Shijino 86 is trying to make his moves on me, but this thing turns so much better now. As in, like, it literally feels about as agile through these corners as a ballet dancer. At least, I think that's how steady it feels. It feels about as steady as a ballet dancer now, if I can put it that way. And coming off of the final corner now here in Tokyo, the other 86 is closing up, but it won't be enough, and on attempt number 2, I win in Tokyo by dead on 5.5 tenths. Then it was the MX-5 in third, followed by the other Turismo in 4th, and then it was the FC in 5th, and at the back it was the Skyline GTS. So 8 grand for winning, and we're officially... we can now move on to race number 2. And so in this race we have a Mazda MX-5 along with a Silvia S13. I would imagine the same Shuichi Shijino version of the A86. Then we have the FC and the GTS. Let's get on with this race and hope, of course, that we can win our first attempt. Considering obviously this is not where I will save the replay. I know that lots of you probably would expect me to save the replay. At Route 5, because, you know, initial D, but essentially I'm not going to do that because I plan on saving the replay at Triumph in reverse, and hopefully the replay in itself will officially be adequate enough. For me to still get a suitable thumbnail. Even though obviously I'm not going to initial D this event, and it does not look like the Shijino 86 is officially in this race. I don't think, and this is probably going to be an easy W, simply by default of saying that he is not in this race. However, I'm pretty certain the MX-5 is pretty quick in a straight line with tuning, so there is a possibility he could be a contender before this race is done. Because I'm not extending my too much at the moment. But again, there is definitely a possibility of me saying that I could very much secure the W in race 2 with relative ease. And where I am officially yawning. But ultimately, it doesn't look like the MX-5 is going to stop me going for the win, unless I do that. Meanwhile, at the moment, I'm not extending it too much because the MX-5 is managing to keep up with me. It's not letting me get away. It's definitely got some pace through those corners. He's going to try and see if he can get a slipstream. He's definitely closing in. Going to give him pretty much all the space in the world as we head through the tunnel. And he was not prepared to risk it. But coefficiently, he is managing to stay in line with me. officially, I am basically driving Takumi's car, or Takumi I should say. So bound as it might be, the Fujiwara car is once again going to take another easy win under the lights. No challenge from the opposition up to this point, and there we go. 2 out of 3 to the Shijino Turismo. Then it was the Silvia S13 in 3rd, followed by the FC in 4th. Then we had the Skyline GTS in 5th, and at the back it was the other Turismo. So Toyotas were both 1st and 6th in this race. Or 1st and last, as I should say. But whatever. Moving on to race 3. As we now head to Trial Mountain Reverse. Okay, it is time for attempt number 2, because apparent as it might be, I suck. There, I said it. I just suck like ass. On the inside, already slotting up into the 2nd position. Got a little loose there. Also banging fenders there with the FC, but no real damage was done because I got loose. And already it is now pretty much between me and other Shijino Turismo. Pretty sure I have all the tuning I need, so obviously I'm not going to bother with too much else up to this point. Except for saying I really need to concentrate if I'm actually going to win this race, because there was a lapse in concentration which costed me previously. Meanwhile, I am now back up into the lead. And hopefully this time I will manage to not make the same mistake I did previously. Because I basically collided with one of the inside rocks, and then suddenly that was essentially what costed me the victory, because I pretty much fucking cocked up the rest of the lap, and then as a result of that I ultimately lost on my first attempt because I wasn't concentrating, and at the moment I'm still not concentrating, but at least I'm leading. That is one thing I can say at the very least. And he's trying to go for a manoeuvre down the outside, and he almost pulled it off. Okay, now he's pulled it off. But officially, I'm hopeful in saying that I will manage to do the old switcheroo. Oh, fuck me. You know what, I'm going to give him the place back because I want to overtake him legally. Because I want to see if I can overtake him legally. And yes, even though there was no Stewart's inquiry, I did of course decide to handle the place back because I cut the chicane. Because I want to prove I can be a fair driver in this game. Anyways, closing up once again on the Turismo, slotting down the inside, and officially it now looks like I may have the W in my sights. So, took the lead back, and I did it legally this time, compared to when I took the lead on at the start of the lap, where hopefully I will manage to hold on for victory, and that is exactly what's going to happen. I came back from my previous error, and I won on attempt number 2. Ahead of the other Shuichi Shijino Toyota Sprinter Truino GT Apex A86. Then the MX-5 was 3rd, followed by the FC, then it was the other Truino in 4th, and then at the back was once again the GTS. And just before I forget, I of course need to save the replay, because clickbait. Anyways, prize car time, and what did we win this time? We win a Nismo Skyline GTR, or Nismo. Well, probably pronounced Nismo, but whatever. We win ourselves a Nismo Skyline GTR R32 in black. And essentially this is, I think, one of the Night Kids cars, as far as I remember. But anyways, there we go. The 80's Sports Car Cup is won. And next up is the race of NA Sports. And my win ratio has gone down again. Except for saying this time we are now 32.8% complete with the game overall, and this is our prize car. A Nismo Skyline GTR S-Tune R32. And we can officially sell this thing for 25 grand. And obviously, because of how nice this thing looks, obviously, I'm not going to sell it. So, had a little trouble in both the first and third races, but I did manage to complete it eventually with all 3 races in my grasp. But anyways, that was the amateur 80's Sports Car Cup. And next time we shall be doing the amateur race of NA Sports. Stay tuned for more of Gran Turismo 3.